Hello and welcome back. So guys, as you know that we just created the login controller and the login view too. You can see that the controller and the view here, and we are just designing the view panel, and inside the view you know that we have to create the form and then the inputs and etc, all these things. But how we will create the form? An interesting question has begun there, that how we'll create the form. So actually we are just creating the form in the PHP because this is the rule of the CODEIGNITER. We can create the form in this way too, that just put the simple um, HTML tags. I'm just showing you some things like that, the action, and in the action if I just mention the login, well, I'm not gonna put the action right now because I just want to get the result in the same page. But then I'm just putting the form tag, and then I'm just putting like method and etc, and like get and save and go to the browser and refresh and press Ctrl U for CD source code. Now you can see that the simple form method and get and everything has been perfect. Now close that, and what I'm just gonna do is actually removing this form. I got the form tag actually, but I just don't want the form tag there. So what basically I just want to create the form in the CODEIGNITER way, and CODEIGNITER prefers PHP in all things. So I'm just putting the PHP and echo, and how and what I just want to echo. I just want to echo a function named form open. Okay, the form of open function is actually just like the form tag, and inside this we can put a lot of things. For example, I'm just putting here the first of all, what I'm just putting inside the form open, the address is login view. And you know that we are in the PHP, sorry, we are in the CODEIGNITER, so we just don't need to put the .php and save and go to the browser and refresh, and I'm getting an error. Okay, call to undefined function form open in the line number 10. Okay, exactly, it's just showing us that this line has some kind of problem. Well, right now I'm just duplicating, oh sorry, just copy this one and paste there, and now remove this line and simply just type form close, because I just want to close the form there. And between this I'll just do a lot of things. But there is a problem if I just refresh that again, and you know that you're just getting an error at the form open and exactly the form close too. But right now the basic problem is this. So how to solve that? We have to go to the application, and in the auto load, where is the auto load? um, what the problem is this? Oh, I see. I was just searching for the folder of the autoload, which is impossible to get. It's in the config folder and it's the file. So I'm just going inside the autoload, and here we have to apply the helper function. We have to go to the helper function. You know that the helper. We just apply the URL first, and then what we need to apply? We need to apply the form to form. Okay, now save and go to the browser, and now refresh that. We're not getting an error actually. So when we're not getting an error, so let's just go to the control U, means the source code, and now you can see that the interestingly you can see that here the form tag including an action attribute with some data, and the method, you can see that the method is by default post, and the accept char set or char set, whatever you say, is the UDF8. And here when we just put it the form close function, here you can see that where is the page. Now here you can see that the form close function, so the form is closing too. That means everything is working really fine. So what more we need to do? We need to create the inputs and etc. Exactly, for the inputs again we have to choose the same way. It means we have to perform the inputs in the way of the CODEIGNITER. But before that we have to put some attributes with this form open. So here first of all I'm just putting the attributes variable, and I'm just gonna make this array and refresh that. Now I'm just gonna get the error because you know that the undefined variable attributes which we just didn't create yet. So going there, and actually just before that opening the PHP once again, and here, and then just call the attributes. Actually there is an s2 and equal to, I'm just as I said that I'm just gonna create an array, so I'm doing that. And here I'm just creating the class first. Okay, I'm just gonna assign the class to this form. For example, if you just know about the bootstrap, then you know that for enabling the bootstrap in the form, we have to apply the class of the form horizontal or the form in line, and whatever style do you want. So the class, and then the value of this class, as I'm just typing form horizontal. Okay, so not any more thing I'm just gonna put. I'm just going to the browser and actually refreshing that, and again I'm getting the error undefined variable attributes. So go back, and oh, spelling mistake, so it should be attributes. And actually I'm just uh, selecting this to match them, and both of them are fine, so refresh them back. No error. Refresh that back again. Now you can see that I got the form here with the class form horizontal. So exactly, it's working perfectly, but this is not a perfect thing. The form horizontal, not the form horizontal. So go there, and here I just need to put the horizontal, the I2. Now save, and actually we just created the form in a perfect way. So what more I need to do? I need to go inside this form open, and there I'm just opening the PHP more here in this way. Or we can do one thing more, that why not we just remove this sign too from there. I can do that too, no problem. Yep. Now go there and remove that one too, and press enter, and actually just press enter there too, and now just start working inside this. So what more we need to do?